Hello! The night before I did this video, I was drawing pink and red eyeliner on my face, and upon waking up, the pigment is still there. Also, thanks to my period, because my skin is breaking out pretty bad in this video. My skin is looking pretty dull at the moment. So before I get started with the makeup, let me just trim my brows for this theme. I've always had thin brows and it's not very easy for me to get them bushy. Very unfortunate. But anyways, I want them straight. Straight villain brows all day, every day. Let's start with my eyes. And I'll be using the ABH eye primer. A little goes a long way with this product, but then proceeds to apply as much. I rarely ever follow what I say anyway. Crap, I don't exactly remember what palette I used, but I started with a sort of neutral brown, then imagining hills on my eyes. I outlined the shapes with a matte indigo from Morphe palette 35V Stunning Vibes. I don't see it around the shops or online anymore. Is it discontinued? During 2020 and 2021, I was buying so much product from Morphe because they were having massive sale from time to time. I was being financially irresponsible. But now I've learned my lesson.
Blend, blend, blend.
What a potato. So I fill the spaces on my lid with cobalt blue until it's opaque. Okay, so I don't specifically remember the shade names, so I will refer to them as close to paint names as I can. I've been painting for so long, and pink colors are the ones that I remember the most. Thank you. That's all. Did you see the yokai was gracing us with its presence? Okay, so I'm done with the top part of the lid. I'm cleaning up the rest of my face because there was so much fallout from the eyeshadow. It may not be seen on camera, but I got blue streaks all over my cheeks. With all that wiping, it exaggerated the dry-ass texture of my skin, so I'll be using the Bobbi Brown face base to bring back the moisture. I bought the travel size because it saves space, it's not heavy, and it's itty-bitty cute. It smells good too. And here is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer Luminous. I think I used too much of it, but oh well, can't take it back. But why do I like mushing the putty primer on my skin though? I like how the mushing part feels on my fingertips. I'll use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation N27. Bruh, I don't even know why I was trying to show it to you this way. I'm really hoping you can cover the stains of the last night's eyeliner. Well, it did a little bit, I guess. You can still see it ever so faintly. You won't see it if you're 10,000 meters away. During recording, I always play background sounds, music, or movies, and so I always do voiceovers to avoid copyright strikes. And I listen most frequently to paranormal, horror, and true crime stories. A lot of Stephanie Sue, Bizarre Bob, Nick's Top 5, Slapped Ham, Dark Asia with Megan, and Lazy Masquerade. They always fuel my dark mind and dark thoughts. I love it. Okay, back to makeup. I'm using a cool tone contour stick from SheGlam. I'm quite a bit on the warmer undertone. However, when it comes to contouring products, I oftentimes buy cooler or neutral shades. I think that with that, I follow a principle of painting and applying that on my makeup as well. I imagine Payne's Gray mixed with burnt umber. I'm also experimenting with different ways to contour and reshaping my nose. I've always avoided the image of a button nose as I was most often bullied for my tiny nose when I was young, up until I was like teenage years. So making it look tinier was a big no-no for me until just recently. For Asian standards, I was considered an ugly duckling and a late bloomer. I was way too dark in my younger teenage years as I was always out and under the sun. So I always get called out by my family for that, and neither do my classmates and friends during high school appreciate that as well. Although growing up, I never used anything to lighten or whiten my skin, I just lessened the sun exposure and wore plenty of sunscreen to avoid premature wrinkles. Oh, and by the way, this another contour stick is from SheGlam. One end is a highlight stick and the other end is a contour stick. Moving on to blush, I am using the Mellow Cosmetics blush product. Shade name is Bronze. Now, I think I'm supposed to be using this as an all-over bronze, but I'm using it as my blush. As you may have noticed, I haven't done anything to my brows yet, and I'm saving that for later. But I'll go ahead and continue with my lower half of my eye. It feels like the missing piece of a puzzle at this point. Same shades used as before, and I'll be looking like a blue raccoon later on, you'll see. I'll use a smaller brush to get in the corners that the fluffy brush couldn't. My eye shape is getting lost in a sea of blue, so I'm defining it back with a black eyeliner, and I'm using a Maybelline pencil. And with the same small brush, I'll be smoking out the eyeliner. Do you ever flinch or tear up when you draw the pencil on your waterline? Or do you use one or two hands to draw the eyeliner? Let me know in the comment section if you've reached this far as well. Okay, I'm going quite a bit aggressive with my brow soap. I added a few drops of water because it was getting too dry, prepping and taming it for my brow gel liner. I'm using the Illamasqua Brow Gel in shade Stare. I love Illamasqua products. I have measured quite a lot of them in my previous videos as well. Like I said, I love my straight, angry-looking brow. It keeps unwanted attention away when I walk in the alley or sidewalks. I'd like to pair the blue shadow with another darker blue eyeliner. This one is activated by water and the palette is Morphe x Ashley Strong, a Lemon Cake liner palette. It really does create bold lines, but the downside is, if you tear up a lot, it'll look like a mess.
Curl, 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 and curl some more.
I like placing individual lashes, but this time I'll go for the half C's. The lash kinda looks like this, and then with the Flower Beauty mascara, I go over each lash as carefully as I can, because I poke my eyes with this a lot. I want it to glow like a light bulb, if that even is achievable. And I thought maybe the JSC highlighter could do that, and this highlighter is Hypothermia. It's got blue and brown shift to it, which I really like. And I'll be applying a very, very, very generous amount. Let's add some more. Yes. What? The voice cracked. Yes, I noticed I applied the highlighter before the powder as well. This is the Jaclyn Hill Luminous Translucent Powder, and just sporadically applying it on my face, but also thinly. Okay, so this is the part where I had to improvise. This is the Sephora color class, and I'll be using the gold shadow. I'm supposed to use the gold or bronze flakes, but I know I have misplaced it somewhere and I couldn't find it at this point, so hence, I'm gonna be using this as a replacement. I'm using my fingertips to apply the gold chunks anywhere there's blue, even outside of it. There's really no guide to where to place it. Perhaps I'll redo this in the future with actual gold flakes. As if I don't have enough shimmer on my face, let's add some more glitter. This is the Chiu Tour Diamond Liquid Eyeshadow, a discovery I found while browsing the bottom shelves of my local Asian shop. I always seem to be digging all the way to Narnia to get to the good bits. I just squint my eyes for this one. How times have changed. I remember back then everyone wanted to remove their puffy under eyes. Now it's celebrated as a sign of youth, at least in some parts of the world. Alright, so I'm done with the only thing left to do. I wanted to pair something like tangerine maybe, or coral, so I tried a couple of combination. However, it didn't really feel like it would match, cause the lips look too soft for this look. And I'm not really going for a soft baby girl vibes for this. So I'm wiping it off, and trying something a little darker this time. The first two lip products have a velvety texture. I wanted to stay in the color family of corals, tangerine, and brown. After the second attempt, I'm still not into it. It's just, doesn't really have that kick. So I'm saving my Pinterest reference for the last, and this reminds me of She Goes Lips from Kim Possible. I'm relining my upper lip with only a dark brown pencil, trying to make it look a bit more thicker and fuller, and filling it in. I have done a similar blue-brown combination in the past. For some reason, I'm always drawn to highly saturated blues and browns. I rarely do a soft lookbook of those color combinations. And with a very similar eyeshadow color, patting that with a brush onto my upper lip only, and very slightly on the bottom lip, creating an ombre effect. I had to ensure my lips were hydrated and moisturized before this, as my lips get easily dry and cracked. And topping it all off with a very heavy amount of clear gloss. Making sure there are no boo-boos on the sides. By applying gloss on the bottom lip, I'm also in a way blending the color, and the gloss isn't as heavy as the top lip. The clear gloss is the finale that I've been waiting for, the coming together of a look that didn't make sense in the beginning. All done! Let me know on what occasion do you think this is suitable, because I can't think of one. A funeral maybe? During paranormal investigation? Picking up the groceries?
I have been called out so many times during high school of my resting bitch face. I think I've gotten better at managing it. I just needed to smile like a lunatic.
Have a progressive day.
Okay, bye!